YouTube, General Soulbeck with Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake. Last time we defeated Baramos, the Archfiend. We thought we had brought peace back to the world, but we learned that the true Archfiend is Zoma, Lord of the Underworld, and Baramos was nothing more than a servant. So our quest is not done. For those that are thinking this is post-game, no. This was in the original as well. You thought you won, and you still got some game to go. So, we are now able to explore the world. First thing I want to do, I want to go to Portoga. If I can fucking find it. There it is. We want to talk to a couple of people on the southeast pier, so this one. Am I confusing east and west again? It says here southeast pier. Okay, did this guy get southeast and west confused? Because I know for a fact that's southeast. I swear to God. Okay, so he's not... What the fuck? This game specifically says to talk to the couple on the southeast pier. Not unless this area over here is what it's talking about. I would not have considered that the pier. Is this what you're talking about? This is what you're talking about. I did not consider this the pier. Oh, to see my beloved's face once more, such a joy. Mais amour. This is the two split lovers, and they say it is all you're doing. Thank you, friend. I'm Bringo from the bottom of my heart. It's all my doing? What did I do? I don't know what I did. Ah, Carlos, my Carlos, to be able to see you again it's a miracle in Bodega. Traveler, thank you, thank you. Caramba, I am forgetting myself. I wish to give you this. It is known as the Siren's Sword. It's been passed down through my family for many generations. And we get the Siren Sword. Alright, let's take a look at the Siren Sword. I cannot equip it. Can you equip it? You can. And it's weak as shit. It can do confusion, though. Can you use it? No. Can you use it? No. Alright. So before we actually go check out that castle, Carla's done. Carla has every skill for the... So she is ready to become a sage. So we are going to go to All Trades Abbey and switch her up. And that will help cover me whenever I make Catherine a gadabout. Yep. Carla has done the two main classes I wanted her to do. Yes, I know we have never done a fighter, and I had thought about making Carla into a fighter, but we're gonna do a sage first, just to cover when we're leveling up Catherine as a gadabout. So basically that's telling you if I change her to a sage, do not change from a sage until she's done. We cannot do it again. We have one more book. That's going to be for Valerie. Not yet, because Valerie still has a skill to learn, and Catherine still has a spell to learn. So we are not completely done. Okay. Now we want to head towards that mountain, circle mountain again. So we want to zoom. What was it? Right there. Shrine of the... And now we can enter this area here. Now, this place is going to mean something to people who have played the first two games, especially the first game. This is your first hint of what this game actually is. Welcome to Castle of the Dragon Queen. I don't think there are any new monsters here. No. There is a monster during the day. Is it this cat? Yep. No, the cat just speaks. Looks like there are 3 monsters here. East side of the entrance during the day, right there. There's one on the west side at night and one at dusk on the west side. So we actually want to let time pass for a little bit. So we want to step outside and just let time pass normally right now. Or now that we have this, we could also go rest at an inn. We want to rest at an inn, not with Mom. Because we will always sleep until morning if we go home. We're going to rest until dusk. And now we're going to go back. And now that it's dusk, there's one on the west side. See it right there behind the cat. We've got us our second cure slime. Medi! Alright, now we want to head back outside and use our nightlight. Yeah, 3 monsters in this area, each at different times of the day. And this one is also on the west side. Right there. Hey, Bobo. Do we have a Yogi? If we get another one, it better be called Yogi. Okay, now we can finally go inside. So again, if you have played the first Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior game, this is going to be the first hint as to what this game is. Let me see here. Go through the building to the very rear in front of the stained glass windows. Very rear. So here, in front of the stained glass windows. There. Mini Metal 80. Now if we enter into this room, we can fly on a dragon!
You stand before the Dragon Queen, servant of the Almighty Goddess. Thank you for heeding my call and making your way here. Doubtless, one of my retainers has already told you, but I have scant time left. Listen well, child of Ortega, for I am about to impart all that I know of Zoma, whilst my life's flame yet burns. I do so in the hope that it will allow you to vanquish the Fiend and restore order to our realm. Will you heed my request?
Sure, why not?
Thank you sincerely. Zoma dwells in the depths of the underworld. Start your journey there by first heading east of Baramos's lair. Eventually, you will come across an island in the middle of a lake. Its caves will lead you to the world below. Now, do not weep for me. My time is simply coming to an end, and I am certain my offspring can handle the task that awaits. Just know that Zoma possesses a power unlike any you have faced thus far. You would underestimate him at your peril. However, as long as you have this, you will not falter. The light will return. Of that I am sure.
This is the most important item we can get. This item is mandatory to beat this game. The Sphere of Light.
When faced with forces most dark, hold that sphere aloft. Then it will be your turn to prove your might once more.
Your Majesty!
Now it falls to me to pass on the torch to my dearest child.
Having entrusted the Sphere of Light to RL, the Dragon Queen, with her last breath, lays an egg containing her offspring. Those who serve the Queen gather to mourn her passing. Then a short while later.
Words fail me. Had I the strength, thy light may yet shine bright.
So that was a dragon queen who has laid a egg for well, we don't know if it's male or female. So I guess in a way it's a dragon lord. If you get the reference, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say anything else for people who do not know. All I will say is next year, it will all make sense. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we've got 80 medals. Let's go get our reward from the Mini Medal Manor. And that is all the mini medals and all the monsters here. Everything else we need is in the underworld. I honestly don't know if we're going to be done with Valerie before then. Or, yeah, Valerie. Speaking of which, yeah, let's change that lineup. We definitely want you there. Your defense is 290. Yours is 329. You have more health. And you have more agility. Okay, we're going to do it like that. So... Dragon Claws. Okay, 5 more. We get Asteria's Abacus. That would be for a merchant. Which we no longer have one, so we don't even need that item anymore. Waste of time, waste of time. Because yeah, in all honesty, Carla's completely done with what I planned for her. Anything I'm doing with her now is just extra. But I think giving her some magic would be useful. Okay, so... we don't really need to sleep. Let's see, info. So we have 11 monsters left to go. 30 medals. We're getting close to that 250 items. We're getting close to... we got exactly 50 monster types to kill. So I guess there's 50 monster types in the underworld. And we are 3 battles away from 1,000 battles. Alright, so... what we want to do now... how much time we got, by the way? Yeah, we got plenty of time. I guess let's make our way to the underworld. So we want to go back to Baramos' lair. If I really, really wanted to, we could farm some liquid metal slimes here, but I don't think this is the best place to farm. Alright, so they said east. Right here. Right here. What are you doing?
It was horrible. The ground shook like anything, and then I looked. The crack had opened up even wider. It looks as if the world, as if some giant thing crawled out. If it did, it took my friend, the other guard there, down there with it.
dark forces block RL's way. Use the Spear of Light, yes. Back, ye darkness! Back! Now nothing stands between RL and the path ahead. There are no items or monsters here. Yep. It's nice knowing you. Oh, you're coming with? Yay! And they died. But this is a JRPG, which means we can fall from falls of infinite height. That didn't hurt at all. What are you mad about? We lived.
Wert thou the source of that ghastly commotion just now? Tell me, from whence didst thou come? Oh dear, thou appearest most fatigued. Pray enter my humble abode, and tell me of what hath befallen thee.
Nice callback to the original NES versions.
Thou wouldst topple the Lord of the Underworld. Clearly, thou art not one to be trifled with. Nary a single soul in Alefgard would dare dream of accomplishing a feat so grand. Nay, instead we spend our days in fear of the fiend. Regardless, thy path is clear. Make eastwards for the castle town of Tantagel. From there, cross the seas to the south to reach the great fiend's isle. That is where you will find the dread lord of the underworld's citadel. Perchance, wouldst thou have use for a map of the realm? Better it serve thee than continue to go to waste in my possession.
And we get a map of Alefgard. And if you have played the first two Dragon Quest games, you are geeking out right now. And if you have played the original NES versions, you are really geeking out with how this guy is talking.
Oh, and thou art more than welcome to take the ship outside for thine own. May it aid thee on thy quest. And always remember, the goddess goeth with the brave.
So, I guess I have some explaining to do here for people that don't know what I'm talking about. When the Dragon Quest series originally came to America, it was called Dragon Warrior. There was a copyright issue. Apparently some tabletop game had the copyright in America for Dragon Quest, so they called it Dragon Warrior here. It was the first JRPG of its type to ever be made. This was what basically started Final Fantasy and the big JRPG turn-based battle system games. When they brought it to America, Nintendo actually thought it was going to be hugely popular because of how popular Dragon Quest was in Japan. Unfortunately, that was not the case. But when they brought it to America, they translated it into like old King Arthur speech, thou, thee, the way this guy's talking. That's where I'm like, nice callback to the NES versions, because the people here in all three games, when we got to the Alefgard region, they spoke like that. Alefgard was was where the first game took place. Took place all in the kingdom of Alefgard. The second game, it was a bigger world, but we returned to Alefgard. It was still the same world with Alefgard. Alefgard is the underworld of Dragon Quest III. Okay, let me take a look. Somewhere over here, right there. Mini Metal 81. So, yeah. Okay, there is one more item we can get here, and it's actually where we fell. Should be right about here. Moonwalk Bulb, that is everything in the pier. And luckily, this guy just gave us a boat. Ramia, unfortunately, is not going to follow us down here. We do not have our bird. No monsters here.